I'm sure a lot of you already know what motion control systems are and what they do for your shots. And apparently you can't just purchase it online and get it delivered to your house and just unpack it and start using it however you want. If you get one of these, you will have to get trained by a certified staff member. And I'm making this video because my friends at Penumbra Rental House just purchased themselves a new Bolt Junior. And over the course of the next few days, I'm going to be showing you how these trainings look like. And hopefully by the end of this training, we will be able to make a semi-decent shot that will look somewhat presentable, because we are newbies, we are just beginners, and we haven't ever used these types of systems before. So let's jump right in and see what we can achieve with this.
I'm Tim Hayes-Cherkio, and I have been a freelance motion control operator for 27 years now. I am here today to train the people here at Penumbra for the use of the Bolt Junior Plus. This machine is made by Mark Roberts in England, and I am outsourced by Mark Roberts to give trainings to their new customers. In that particular case, you would normally use lift to move it out of the way, and then you would. And typically, if you're standing away from here, you would also press the E-stop button. Motion control machines are machines that are used for filming to replicate the same movement more than one time, or to produce a precise movement with accuracy which is not possible by a human hand. In the recent development of motion control, we also have high-speed machines that are capable of going at speeds which no other normal filming equipment would be able to do, like a normal dolly or a normal crane would not be able to go at the speeds that these machines can go. My arm is this long and is up here. My forearm is here, my elbow is twisted, my tilt is here, and I'm looking this direction, right? Mark Roberts Motion Control is the leading world producer of motion control equipment, and it has a 50-year experience in the production of motion control machines. They have recently on the market the Bolt range, which includes Bolt Junior, normal Bolt, and Bolt X, which are namely high-speed machines. The essence of motion control is to repeat the same movement more than one time for visual effects shots, as in multiple layer, multiple take passes. So you can have the same actor playing two parts together in a movie. You could have 10 people in a crowd which become 100 because you put them in a stadium in 10 different positions. You could have an object which changes into another one, or for a commercial purpose, you could have a plate which starts with a starter and then goes into a main meal and then goes into the dessert, all in the same dish, changing throughout the movement of your motion control equipment. Now, depending on the type of camera you have, you might have a cage. We also have to consider the extra weight of a focus motor. Any geared system can be tight and slow, or a bit looser and faster, right? So any of these gears has been tuned to be slack enough to give you the speed performance required by a high-speed robot, and not too tight so that the gear keeps grinding or starts putting too much friction on the system, yeah? Precision, repeatability, and frame accuracy is the key to proper motion control equipment. Many people now use motion control machines to do what I call controlled motion, which does not require the repeatability of the movement, but requires specifically the precision of the robot in placing cameras in positions where human beings would not be able to go, or with lenses so close to subjects that focusing would become very critical, and that moving around objects on a table would also become critical. So they are used as an extension of the creative tools that are used on normal sets.
So to make everything a little more interactive, we're now designing a shot where a knife is going to be cutting through a banana. Hopefully it's going to look like a real commercial.
Go into the standing position, just checking every.
Which way? Motion control is not a cheap tool, and it comes at a cost which not every production can withstand. The choice of motion control becomes very important in the moment when you have heavy loaded visual effects shots and you want to be moving your camera. Traditionally, certain effects could be possible without moving the camera or with the use of extensive post-production in the post-production stage, which also comes at a cost. So it's always a trade between what you spend in shooting and how much you can save in post-production, or what you have to work on in post-production because you didn't have the budget to spend in shooting. Typically, static cameras would be the first choice for a visual effects shot. Imagine two actors playing the same role with a static camera, no problem. Put them on one side, put them on the other side. Try not to get them to overlap one with the other, and you don't have a problem, not even in post-production.
And I'm even thinking that 25 kind of works for this shot because it's like, it's not showing off too much of the space.
Sure.
So as soon as you have movement, parallax on your picture, and different situations, maybe a dialogue which is going from one person to the other, and then the person is always himself, for example, the only way to do that would be, technically speaking, with motion control. Not only because the same actor has to be in two different roles and two different costumes, let's say, but because whenever you cut from one to the other, the background has to be the same. So motion control becomes very beneficial when you have layer separation, or even when you have situations which are not possible. Like you shoot your talent on green screen in a warm studio, and then you shoot your background in the freezing central square of your home city. That would be something that would be very difficult to realize otherwise, unless you get your actress in half-dressed in the snow and you get her freezing in the first half hour of production. So in some cases, you have to consider that the benefits of motion control are not only the evident ones, but they are a byproduct of what you don't spend otherwise.
I want to thank my friends at Penumbra and shamelessly plug them here. If you're ever shooting in Kazakhstan and find yourself in need of a high-end professional production service and rental, don't hesitate to contact them, and they'll hook you up with whatever you might be looking for. Whether it's equipment above the line or below the line crew, locations, transportation, or anything else really for that matter. And if you are watching this video before October 20, I'm currently running a 20% discount to celebrate the 20K subs on this channel. Just use the code NURNIAZ20 at checkout. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this video.